How you doing? Ralph here, Ralphie Customs. I'm going to do a short video reviewing Vevor torque wrenches. Let's have a look at them. Right, so we have here the 1/2 inch and 3/8 Vevor torque wrenches. They come in a lovely carry case, proper sturdy carry case, which is a good idea. Here's my one that I've had forever, and it does just rattle around in my toolbox, which is not the best thing for a torque wrench. Although they're a chunky item, they are quite a precision bit of kit, so it was well worth keeping them in a case. Good thing about these cases is there's loads of room here, so when you've got it zeroed off to nothing, it still fits in the case. You should always store your torque wrenches zeroed off, so there's no tension on the mechanism while it's sat there. It can decalibrate them. And the 3/8 one comes with a 6-inch extension. The 1/2 inch one comes with a 4-inch, 5-inch, let me just check, hold on, bear with, 5-inch extension, yep. And they both come with a couple of adapters. We've got 1/2 inch to 3/8 and 1/2 inch to 1/4 in the big one. And we've got 3/8 to 1/2 inch and 3/8 to 1/4 in the 3/8 one. So you can fit any size drive socket that you've got in your box pretty much, like, on either of these. Also, what I'm impressed with is they come with an inspection certificate to show that they've been tested. Look, this one's been set at 30, and then they do 5 different torque tests to see what the actual value is, and that's only 0.3 out, 0.6 out at 90 foot-pounds, and 0.7 out at 150. But you drop in 1 foot-pound, less than 1 foot-pound, and hardly anything at 30 there. So that's a nice bit of kit. So you've not got to compensate. If you're really trying to dial it in accurately, you've not got to compensate for any error. Or you can if you want to be really precise, because they give you all the figures. And they both come with a user manual, which gives you various specifications and some rudimentary instructions about how to set it to the torque that you want to use. And what has really impressed me is they have a conversion table in the back, so you can go from Newton meters to inch pounds, from Newton meters to foot pounds, and so on and so forth, by giving you the mathematical value that you need to multiply it by. And the same Newton meters to centimeter Newton meters, and kilograms to centimeters, and so on and so forth. So that's really impressive. And they both come with a ratcheting head, which has got a really fine and precise feeling ratchet, and a reverse, should you wish to undo if you over tighten or whatever, which is a very useful feature. And they also have a centre button release for your socket, so there is a little captive ball there that locks into your socket, so it don't come out. You're not going to lose that on the job, and when you want to get rid of it, you just push the button and it releases your socket. Now, to adjust it, what a lot of old school ones, including my old school one, had was turn the handle to set it to the value that you require on this scale, and then you locked it by screwing this in, which has always been sound. You can catch this and undo it and then knock this and it will be wrong, so you have to watch that when you're using these. Let me just back that off. But on these ones, it's got this, I really like it, this slide lock. So that don't turn, the handle won't turn to dial in your chosen value. You have to pull this and turn it, yeah? And if you get it between graduations, you turn it and it'll automatically lock. So I think that's a really good feature that lets you set it precisely and definitely lock it out where you want it to be. So we're going to run a couple of tests. We're going to compare the two to see how they perform when it comes to setting and doing. So what we've got along this scale, we've got foot-pounds on one side, Newton meters on the other side, which I'm old school, so I use foot-pounds. And it's quite an easy to read scale with a very clear indication on this centre line where you need to be. So if we want to set it to 30, we'll wind that in until we get up to close to the 30, and then with this scale we'll make sure that we're on the 0, so we're not on 30 point anything, we're on 30 there, 30 foot-pounds, that's locked out. We're now set at 30 foot-pounds. So with them both set at 30, like I've just shown, I've got to say I love this chunky handle. I really do. I like the anodised finish as well. I wasn't sure about the colour scheme when I first got on, but they're all right. They're easy to spot on your tray. But they're both set at 30. We've got an M10 bolt in there, and we are going to set it to do up, and we're going to work the ratchet like that, and then we should hear a click when we hit 30, which is there. That is just on 30 foot-pounds tight. Let's try the 3/8 one. Let's just undo that. So we'll have a fresh start. Bear with. Just crack that undone. Come again with the 3/8 one. Tighten it up. There we go. That is just clicked out. So now we'll compare. We will try this one at 30. Nothing. That's already there. That's pretty. So there you go. A couple of chunky monkeys. I really like them. I'll be honest, I don't use a torque wrench that much. I normally do everything up pretty damn tight. But when I do need a torque wrench, I need one, and these will more than fit the bill. I meant to say at the beginning that the 3/8 one goes up to 80 foot-pounds, or where are we? 108.5 newton meters. So I guess they were foot-pound based in manufacture. And the half-inch one goes up to 150 foot-pounds, or 203.4 newton meters. So there you go. All in all, they are what I expect from Vevor, which is a quality item at a reasonable price. I'm not pimping them out. I was sent these free to review, and I'm very happy to review them because they will be a very useful addition and a slight upgrade from this old thing that's quite frankly older than my missus. Yeah, I'm really pleased with them. So there you go, a quick review of those two Vevor torque wrenches. Maybe a little rusty on the review form. I've not done one for a little while, but I'm really pleased to review them because they're all cracking bits of kit. Now, if you follow the description and check out the description, there's a link to both of those. There's also a 5% discount code for every product on the Vevor website. So go and have a look, see what they do. Maybe save yourself a few quid and get a nice bit of kit. Yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and I will catch you on the next video.